Coming up, Moses was completely burned out. Here's what God told him. Imagine this. You're Moses. You've led your people out of Egypt, crossed the Red Sea, and now you're their sole leader in the vast, silent desert. Every single day, from the moment the sun crests the horizon to long after it sets, a massive, endless line of people snakes its way to your tent. They bring you every problem imaginable: a dispute over a stolen goat, a family inheritance feud, a deep question about God's promises. And you, Moses, are the only one they trust to solve it. You're the judge, the counselor, the leader for hundreds of thousands of souls. You sit on a simple wooden chair all day, your voice growing hoarse, as you listen, deliberate, and try to apply God's wisdom to the messy reality of human life. The sun beats down relentlessly. The line never seems to get shorter, and the sheer weight of everyone's hopes and hurts rests entirely on your shoulders. Your shoulders ache, not just from sitting, but from the spiritual burden you carry. You're doing God's work, but you're exhausted, overwhelmed, and completely burned out. You feel utterly alone in the crowd. This is exactly where we find Moses in Exodus. Chapter 18. His father-in-law Jethro, a wise priest from Midian, comes for a visit. He watches this whole scene for a day, his expression growing more and more concerned. He sees his son-in-law, the great prophet of God, slowly being crushed by the very people he's trying to save. That evening, he pulls Moses aside. "What you are doing is not good," he says, his voice gentle but firm. "You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone." Jethro saw that Moses' heart was noble, but his method was unsustainable. He was a hero on a path to total collapse. So, Jethro gives him some of the most practical and profound advice in all of Scripture. Wisdom that was a direct reflection of God's own design for community. He tells Moses he doesn't have to carry this crushing burden by himself. He instructs him to select trustworthy, capable, and God-fearing people from among the Israelites. Appoint them as officials over groups of thousands, hundreds, 50s, and 10s. These weren't just to be powerful men, but men of character and integrity. They could handle the smaller, everyday disputes with fairness and wisdom, bringing only the most complex and difficult cases to Moses. This way, the burden would be shared. Justice would flow like a river through the camp, instead of trickling from a single, overworked spring. And Moses would finally be free to focus on what he alone could do, teaching the people God's laws and decrees, and representing them before God in prayer. Moses listened to this heaven-sent advice. He humbled himself, acknowledged he couldn't do it all, and set up this system of delegation. And it transformed everything. The people felt seen and heard, their issues resolved quickly, and Moses was able to lead with renewed strength and clarity. It is a powerful lesson that God never intended for one person to be the hero of the story. He doesn't expect us to do his work alone. He provides wisdom and people to help us share the load, because his plan has always been to build a family, a people who carry the burdens together. Thanks for watching, and watch out for the next episode. Subscribe and share